So then I thought, I'll do Amazon KDP. But the more I watch these tutorial videos, the more I realize that these people on YouTube or whatever are using AI to write books. That's just not something I want to do. I don't want my portfolio to just be full of AI slop. I want to write things that mean something.
Think about it. Would God so carefully craft your purpose only to let it be canceled out by an app? Since when has he struggled to make his children shine in a world that constantly shifts? Well, the answer is innovation has brought us a long way. Farmers once relied solely on the strength of their bodies and the rhythm of the seasons. Today, they use GPS-guided tractors, automated irrigation systems, and data-driven forecasts to relieve the physical toll of tilling the land. Designers used to stitch every garment by hand. Now they design pieces that are produced globally in minutes. And so, as you can gather, innovation does not eliminate purpose. It brings it into sharper focus. And that includes AI, artificial intelligence. But with all the buzz about what AI can do and the jobs it might replace, it's hard to ignore the noise. So you may have found yourself asking a very real, very personal question. Will AI make my dream or my gifting insignificant? Let's talk about it. But first, hi, I am Levon, and welcome back to the channel where we elevate your mindset so you move from where you are to where you're called to be. And today's mindset shift: God gives purpose to people, not programs. So in my last video, AI, Eden, and You, we explored how AI is just another tool and an attempt by mankind to relieve the weight of the curse where man must labor hard to get what he wants. And with us living in a post-Eden world, AI is definitely appreciated. Still, however, you might be wondering what this means for you on a personal level. You might be thinking, how can your gifting stand up to AI, or if it has any relevance in a technological world? And this is important because perhaps God has placed it on your heart to offer piano lessons at your local community center, or maybe He's nudging you to bake cupcakes every Wednesday for your neighbors. But you're wondering, Levon, won't apps and AI soon replace music teachers? And what's so groundbreaking about baking cupcakes? Doesn't God call us to do things that are, wait for it,
legendary?
While your concerns are valid, it may comfort you to know that worries about new technology disrupting one's purpose are not new. So way back in the early 1800s, the Luddites, who were skilled textile workers in England, protested against the new machinery that was threatening their livelihoods. They targeted power looms and mechanized knitting frames, which were machines that allowed factory owners to produce textiles much faster and more cheaply with less human labor. Also, in addition to their protesting, the Luddites sometimes smashed these machines or even set factories on fire. And I know it may seem over dramatic today, but at the time, because textile work was one of the most lucrative industries, it often employed entire towns and regions, so losing those jobs felt catastrophic. But that society adjusted, as did our society, when telephone switchboards were automated, displacing thousands of human operators. And similarly, elevator operators disappeared once automatic elevators became the norm. Now, along with this constant pushback on the advancement of technology, several theories have emerged. For example, Craig Broad's concept of technostress explores the anxiety and tension technology can cause. There's also the self-determination theory, which suggests that when new tools disrupt our sense of mastery or meaning, like an app that teaches music, our sense of identity and motivation in our work can be shaken. And then there are deeper questions humanity has wrestled with for centuries, like whether anything we do, especially the small things, like baking for neighbors, truly matters. This struggle is most commonly known as the existential crisis, a moment when a person questions the meaning or value of their life, work, or contribution. And sure enough, even the Bible explores the existential crisis, which can clearly be seen in Ecclesiastes. Despite Solomon being anointed by a prophet, king over Israel, rich with wisdom, wealth, and power, and having divine favor, he still ended up questioning God's call on his life. Like Solomon, you may be questioning the very life or gift that God handpicked for you. Something you once felt sure about, you now feel unsure of simply because the world around you has shifted. There's something new and it somehow seems like it doesn't include you. And maybe it's AI, but let's be honest. AI is just the latest shift. These feelings of doubt, of wondering if what you bring still matters, have always existed, especially when something or someone else appears to be moving ahead. Your cousin gets a new car, your coworker lands a promotion. Suddenly, you start to wonder, does what I do even count? But think about it. Would God so carefully craft your purpose only to let it be canceled out by an app? Since when has he struggled to make his children shine in a world that constantly shifts? The answer is he hasn't, he doesn't, and he won't start now. Now, if you found this video helpful, be sure to check out the rest of the videos in this 4-part series, AI and You. The first video, AI, Eden, and You, lays the foundation for everything we're unpacking, so don't skip that one. Then join me for part 3, AI, Your Job, and the Office, where we'll get practical and even a little playful as we explore how AI isn't here to replace you, but to release you. And finally, in video 4, we'll wrap it all up with 3 surprising ways AI can actually help you live like the super rich without having to increase your income. And until next time, I encourage you to keep going and walking in your God-given purpose, because if you do, I know God will get you from where you are now to where He has called you to be. God bless.